Hey Aries, I'm back with your cards, so let's get started. The first card, the underlying theme or the overarching energy that was pulled for you is the Five of Cups. Kind of saw that earlier in the preview when I was pulling them, but yeah, Five of Cups. The five represents to me the fifth house of the astrological wheel. That is ruled by Leo. And that is the house of your creations, your creative ability, your creative endeavors and pursuits, the things that you have skin in the game in, the things that you've helped breathe life into, say your children, or a romance, or a dating situation. It's the growth of those butterflies in your stomach when you're crushing hard on someone. It's the house of your social life and your pleasure as well. The cups in the card represent water signs. The water signs are Gemini. Where did that come from? The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I don't know why I said Gemini. That was a Freudian slip. It may involve a Gemini in some way. But this is a mournful card. But this is someone who is seeing everything they've lost and not paying attention to the things that they still have. They don't even see these. All they're doing is focusing on this. I see myself in this card post-fire. After the house fire, I mean, I did. I lost everything, but I didn't lose everything. I had my life. Not necessarily my sanity, but my life. And that's a lot. Don't discount the things that you do have in your life, even if everything else feels like it's going wrong. And don't lash out at those who love you the most. That's usually who bears the brunt of the bullshit in our lives, is the people who love you most, because you act out towards those people because you know they won't go anywhere. This could be involving a Leo because of the fifth house. It could be involving a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces because of the cups. But whoever or whatever it is, they're cloaked in black. They feel like they're grieving or mournful over something or some things that they have lost, but not recognizing what they still have. And how odd is it that the full moon Sabian symbol reads, a jewelry shop filled with valuable gems, and what's funny is that it's, okay, the full moon is at 22 degrees of Taurus, and it's in your second house, and there's two things right here. It's kind of weird for me. And I'm an Aries sun, so yeah, I pay attention to all kinds of little signs. The majority gray in the back card means that it could be a very foggy or nebulous time for you. It could be a difficult time for you to see exactly where you're supposed to go, or you may be feeling like you're coming out of the fog over a lost situation. The first card that I pulled for you, and this represents the present, is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is the 10th card in the Major Arcana. You are having some 10th house energy play out for you, Aries, during the month of November. Now, we've got Venus moving into Capricorn, which is your 10th house, and Pluto is in your 10th house as well. It could be that, you know, it could be dealing with a friend possibly wanting more from you, or you wanting more from a friendship that the other person can't give because of it being in the reverse. And I say that because I just got finished talking about Venus and Pluto being in the 10th house, but this card represents the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter's in your 7th house. So it's like energy, or an energetic triangle between your 7th, 5th, and 10th house. And that may be why you're feeling like it's in the reverse for you. The 10 represents the Capricorn ruled house of your career, your status, your reputation, dealing with the authorities in your life, the authority figures, or authorities in their field, like an expert. The 10 also represents destiny. But the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I would like to think that it means that there is a change of direction coming for you, because that's what this card means, a change of direction. And since it's in the reverse, where does it go? In the upright. That's how I would like to see it. That's how I am receiving it, because I am an Aries sun, and who likes to get bad news, right? Nobody wants to hear about Jupiter making you be in the reverse. The second card that you received, which is the past, is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is an intuitive, empathic, compassionate individual, someone who is they can be moody, they can be secretive, depending on if they're a Scorpio, because the cups represent water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. If they're a Scorpio, could be secretive or being good at keeping secrets. They can be mystical. They can be escapist. He's got the double fisting right here for the cups, looking like he might enjoy a drink or two. No judgment. But he's a mature individual who is emotionally intelligent and sees the situation for what it is and who it is, as long as he's not double fisting them cups. Just saying. I have never before, ever, and I have looked at this card a bazillion times, ever noticed this little necklace right here is a fish. Maybe that means something to you. It's like his throne is floating on the water, so he's riding like the waves, like this is his surfboard. Like, whatever comes, I'll be all right. I just need to just keep swimming. The King of Cups could also represent masculine water sign energy, and if it is an individual, this person would be someone in their late 30s onward. I'm talking like 38, 39 onwards. I really like to see the kings and the queens as in their 40s, but you know, it depends. If they're not of that age group, they could be acting that age. The second card that I pulled for you, and this represents the obstacle, is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This isn't the first time I've seen this card show up for November readings. I think a lot of us are feeling like we're in lack in one way or another with our resources. And resources can represent many different things. The pentacles can symbolize resources. That would be money, energy, love, devotion, time, nurture, caring towards another living individual, person, or a situation. Pentacles can also represent health, because your health is the biggest resource that you have. The pentacles represent earth sign energy. The earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. You aren't having any necessary 7th house energy, but what's interesting is that you are having a new moon at the end of the month at 7 degrees of Sagittarius in your 9th house. You may be feeling like you are lacking money for something 9th house related, and that's long distance trips, higher education, and the study of foreign language, religion, astrology. It could be speaking about politics or legal system matters. This is in the upright a harvest card, or waiting for harvest after working hard. But this is like, I've worked and worked and worked, and all I have is this one pentacle right here. And all of this is still on the vine. It's not ready to be harvested yet. It's like you counted your chickens before your eggs could hatch, or something was miscommunicated to you in some way about this situation. This is the 7th card of the Pentacle suit. The 7 represents the Libra sign, or the Libra ruled house of open enemies, counseling, dealing with your partnerships and how you identify with others, how you identify who you are through those relationships with other people. And just recently, I started noticing that this little pentacle is kind of in the shape of a half of a heart. This little pentacle bush. So that may mean something to you as well. Could be dealing with a love relationship with a Libra, talking about money with a Libra, something to to that effect. And once again, I say Libra because of the number 7 associated with an astrological house. But the pentacles represent, like I said, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Could be their sun, their moon, or their rising sign. The fourth card that I pulled for you is the help in the situation, which is the Ace of Wands in reverse. Now, the Ace of Wands upright is like an initiation, a spark of creation, a spark of new beginnings. It's like this is the start point. I could literally, in my mind's eye, see another card mirroring this as an Ace of Wands and just have that little, the start banner or the end banner that people would run through at a race, because that's the kind of, weirdo that I am. We've got, let me get it back in the reverse. It's almost like your flame has been snuffed in some way. The fire has been put out, like dousing a torch in water or something. This is also a very phallic card. It could be that you may be wanting to be with someone and they're not wanting to be with you. You're getting the thumbs down. I mean, it's literally got a thumbs down right here. And that's not me being like negative Nelly. I'm trying to empower you with the information that I'm seeing here. But the help probably would be to not be so fiery, not be so quick to start things. We're about to enter a Mercury retrograde season. So starting new things is never really well advised. Now, if it's going back and revising things from a Mercury retrograde, yeah, that's fine. Or redoing, refinishing, refurbishing, redecorating, anything with a prefix of RE, as in re, not a bad idea for Mercury retrograde. But starting brand new things, I wouldn't suggest it unless you absolutely have to. And I mean, life happens. You've got to do stuff. But I understand you'll probably have some headaches and hiccups that come along the way. There's some silver clouds in the background, which happen to be, it's like, how it's laid out in front of me is the Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and then this Pentacle sky down here. Now, the Ace of Wands represents fire sign energy, and the fire signs are you, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You may need to hold your fieriness back a little bit. That may be what the help is for you. Or keep a tight rein on your passions. Passion is a sliding scale. It can mean many different things. The final card that you received for this portion of the layout is the Hanged Man in reverse. The Hanged Man is the 12th card of the Major Arcana, and the 12th house represents your limitations and repression, karma, self-undoing, secret enemies, dreams, secrets that you keep from yourselves, secrets that you keep from others. The fact that he is in reverse, it's like you're standing on a wire, trying to balance it. No real help, just one toe. But it could also be a very enlightening time for you as well. This card, as a major arcana, represents Neptune. Neptune is going station direct in your 12th house, which will be out of the fog. So Neptune being in reverse, that's very much symbolic of Neptune being in reverse. And then this would be Neptune going direct. This Hanged Man is a spiritual card. It's known for its ability to looking at things from a different perspective. The fact that it's in the reverse is indicating that you might need to. You could feel like you were probably tiptoeing on eggshells around certain individuals. But this is very much just a getting a new perspective card, seeing it from a different perspective, a different angle, even if it's through your partner's eyes or someone different. Watching a documentary could completely open up your crown chakra in some way. And you could feel like your hands are tied behind your back in this situation. I know I felt that way more than once here in the last few months, and I'm a fixer, I'm a doer, I'm a make it right. That's just my personality, and when that's who you are and what you do and you can't do it, it messes with you. Um, and because this is Aries, because I am an Aries sun, I will put this out there. I live in Louisiana, and just right down the road, down I-20 in Tyler, Texas, there was a little girl named Kayla Gomez that came up missing last week. And I had looked at my fiance, he was in town, and I told him the day that they had found her. I told him 12 hours to the time that they found her. I looked at Jeremy and I said, they're going to find her, and they're going to find her in water. And I'll be honest, y'all, I ain't slept a whole lot since I made that prediction. I've gotten really ill over it. I've gotten really sick over it. My dreams have been bad when I do sleep. Because what do you do with something like that? I can't call the police and say, hey, I've got a hunch. I'm learning how to deal with this sort of stuff now. This is just something that's come to me in the last 2 years. You know, I'm getting a lot of messages that I've never really filtered before. They've all got pushed to the dark recesses of my mind, and I'm dealing with a spiritual awakening. And how do I deal with that? How do I balance all of this redneck housewife kind of Teresa Caputo stuff and being a normal human being? How do I do that? I'm still trying to figure it out. What is normal, by the way? I've got Uranus in the first house. I wish you would give me a definition. But yeah, that was just something very personal on my side that I wanted to share with you because of that card and what I was saying specifically, how it had played out personally for me already. That card in itself. You've got a lot of 10th house energy, and that's your reputation. that's your status, that's your career, that's who you are, that's how the world knows you. Whenever I say anything about the 10th house, I like to say William Shakespeare said all the world is a stage. And I see the 10th house as how you approach the world. That's your stage. That's how the world knows you. So, I did the math for this tarot total. It ended up being 34. 3 plus 4 is 7, and that speaks to the Libra-ruled house of your partnerships, how you identify with others. It's counseling and open enemies. Open enemies can be someone that you would testify in an open court against. It could also be someone that you are having beef with, and it's reciprocal. You know it. And another way that I see it is that it's like an argument on an online forum where other people get to witness what is going on and possibly interact as well. Just my personal interpretation. You don't have to take it as such. But let's move on to the oracle cards. The oracle cards. The first of the two that I pulled for you is Rings of Time, and I just love the way this card looks. I could frame just that and be happy with it. Just blow it up and frame it. I mean, I, wouldn't have the artist's permission or anything, so I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I could. I think it's gorgeous. It looks like different cuts of gemstones or something. This is the 44th card of the Journey of Love Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. 4 plus 4 is 8. And your 8th house, the 8th house, is ruled by Scorpio. That's the house of life, death, and rebirth. It's the house of your instincts, primal, basic, or human. It's the house of other people's money. It's the house of regeneration, transformation, and metamorphosis. It's also the house that covers sexuality. It's the Scorpio-ruled house, if that means anything to you. But this card represents that well, first, it's a confirmation of divine timing. So pay attention to the signs of synchronicity and coincidences and happenstances and those things that just kind of happen to fall into place, or uh, serendipitous, or how fortuitous, anything like that would fall under divine timing. That's the universe setting you up for something sweet. Um, so look for those. Look for that divine timing and acknowledge it as such. Say thank you to your angels and to the universe and for everyone and everything conspiring to make it happen for you. This is also a card that indicates that it's a time for um, just really breathing and releasing and believing in the grace of divine timing, believing in the grace of what that divine timing can mean. Like your car won't start for whatever reason, and it pisses you off. But you come to find out that there was a 5-car pileup on the very highway that you take to work every day. It was divine timing protecting you from that situation. It may have been one of your cars that was going to be involved. Could have been involved. Understand that this world, this life, this time that we have, there are cycles. And everything that we go through has a flavor, a tinge, a reminder of what we've been through before. You want to get big picture? Let's get big picture for a second. Back when I was a teenager, 1996, 97, 98, it was Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky, and the Ken Starr Report. Fast forward 16, 17, 18 years later, now it's Hillary Clinton and her emails and WikiLeaks. That's not me defending Hillary Clinton. That's not me damning her either. It's just saying that looking at the world through, say, Chelsea Clinton's eyes, 16 years ago, it was her father's disgrace. And now, X amount of years later, it could be her mother's. It's definitely going to tarnish the Clinton legacy no matter what. But yeah, that's the sort of we've all got loops, we've all got cycles. Those things that they're more real if you pay attention to them. It's just most people don't look at it from a big picture perspective like that. But yeah, the rings of time, they affect us all. The second card that you received, and I love, 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 love the colors in this card. It speaks to my soul. Is Riding the Cosmic Wave. I actually have some yoga pants that are done in the pink and purple galaxy. I just adore the galaxy. I have such a love for it now. I am awed by the stars. Every time I walk out, I just look up and it makes me feel so small, but so big because I'm a part of that. We are stardust, right? Carl Sagan said it. Riding the Cosmic Wave is the 60th card of the Journey of Love Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. 6 plus 0 is 6, and that speaks to the Virgo ruled house of your work and health, or the competency and skills that you bring to the services that you provide. Yeah. Ride the cosmic wave. Stop trying to swim against the stream. Paddling up Shit Creek isn't going to help you either. Just get on your surfboard and ride that thing. It sounded kind of perverted, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. This card, for me, to me, represents that this is a time for embracing the flow of life, that it's a time for being carried away by love. And that doesn't have to be romantic love. It can just be love of something, the love of learning. I get swept up in the love of learning new things all the time. I'm sure that, well, I mean, I don't know if you would or not, but If I sat Jeremy down and asked him to describe what kind of a fiend I turned into once I first started learning about astrology, I'm sure it would be an interesting little story for y'all. It was all I talked about. It's what I breathed. It's what I slept. It's what I ate. It's what I drank, because I was learning so much about me and the world around me in a way that I had never seen it before. I was riding that cosmic wave through the grief of the trauma that I had endured. I wasn't doing it masterfully, mind you. I'm by no means superhero. I'm not a superhuman. I'm just very sensitive and very empathic. This card represents that we need to honor that there are cycles in time, that there is a time for work and there is a time for harvest. And this right now is the time for harvest. It's also a time of inspiration. And like I said, it's time for you to just keep swimming. Don't jump off your surfboard and think that you can doggy paddle to the side. Just ride the surfboard. You will end up exactly where you're supposed to be, thanks to, in large part, divine timing. No matter what goes on, no matter what happens, you will end up exactly where you're supposed to be. And it's going to be for your highest good. And that's a difficult pill to swallow if you're going through hell. I cannot remember who said it, but if you're going through hell, just keep going. I think it was Winston Churchill. If it was, snap, crackle, and pop, yay, my PTSD brain remembered something. But yeah, that's what's going on, Aries. Embrace the change, whatever it is that's coming. Don't be afraid of it. Know that it's for the highest good for you. Even if it hurts, it's called growing pains, right? Take care of yourselves, Aries. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. Bleh. If you already have, I thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart. I will see you around for the December videos.